Scarlight here, and welcome for day one for the Earth Strikers versus the OUTF. Cannot wait to use the team, cannot wait to see how it performs. And without further ado, let the match begin. And here we are against our first matchup here. Looks to be a balanced, maybe some team. Very scared of the Blaziken, the potential that can bring to the team. And the Manaphy. We do have our Pebbles to counter it. Oh, I forgot to nickname the Pokemon. I have to do that after this one. Joey looks fantastic this matchup as well, so we can get Joey really rolling. So I'm going to predict the Ninetales lead or the Hisuian Zoroark. So I'm just going to lead off with the Ting-Lu, predicting one of them two, as they do just want to lead straight into the Rotom Wash, which is fine. The worst thing is a Will-Wisp as they set up Scream, so very offensive. We can get at least 3 layer of spikes up, as unfortunately for our opponent they do miss their Hydro Pump right there. And unfortunately again they do miss it again the second time. We can now just go for Ruination, very offensive. Very offensive Rotom. And then we can start going for Whirlwind, as unfortunately they do miss their third Hydro Pump. We do get the switch out into Manaphy, which is fantastic honestly, because we can just Whirlwind again if they want to Tail Glow. As they will reveal the trick, and it is actually a Choice Scarf set. So we can just keep Whirlwinding for now. And the Blaziken will opt to go for the Protect. Interesting to know, I did not actually know that Whirlwind goes through Protect. They will just go back into Manaphy. We'll have to go in onto our Pebbles right now, to take any water moves that might be thrown at us, as they will opt to go for U-turn. And they will now go into the Ninetales, which it could actually be the Hisuian Zoroark. Oh no, it's activated Drought. Don't forget there is a Hisuian Zoroark as well that we need to watch out for. But the Hisuian Zoroark, I think, hasn't took any spikes yet. But at the moment, we are in a very good position for Joey to sweep the team, to be honest. It's going to be very hard for the Rotom to get the Light Screens back on, as they will opt to go for Flamethrower here. Honestly, we can just stay in here and Earthquake, as they will just opt to go for Flamethrower yet again. We get the KO. Not too sure if the crit mattered. I don't think it did, as they will go into the Hisuian Zoroark, because the Manaphy has definitely took beyond 50%. Oh, this is the actual Manaphy. This makes a lot more sense now, as they will opt to go for Acid Armor. So we have to go for Haze right here, get rid of all their stat boosts, and then we can just opt to go for a Poison Jab. We do get the crit. We'll have to go for the Haze yet again, as they will opt to go for Skull. We are Water Absorb, which is honestly fantastic for us. At this point, we could bring in Garchomp. So we just go for Poison Jab yet again, as they will just go for another Take Heart. We will just go for Haze yet again. No reason not to, as they do reveal the stored power. From this position, we could actually bring back in Ting-Lu maybe. Now, I think it's safe to stay with Quagsire. We can just go for Earthquake, as they will opt to just go for the Iron Defense, which does make a lot of sense. We'll have to go for Haze again, as they will just opt to go for the Store Power. At this point, we can just go into Garchomp maybe, or potentially into Ting-Lu, as they will just go for take Heart. They will go for the Scald. They do unfortunately get the quit on us, but it's Acid Armor, Take Heart, Scald and Store Power, so we can just opt to go for Sword Stance here. As they will opt to go for Scald, we hope they don't get the burn. They do not, which is honestly fantastic for us. We can now just go for a nice Scale Shot. Potentially not get the KO here. As they will opt to go for the Acid Armor, but we can probably sweep with our Crocodile, as that is our Garchomp's name. We're in a very, very good position to win here, as we can just Earthquake, get the KO. And yeah, no mon can really come into Garchomp now, as they will bring out Rotom. We can just go for Scale Shot yet again, no reason not to. And yeah, that's a good 5-0, good first game. Pebbles really came in clutch right there against the Manaphy, as the illusion will end and we get the win. That is GG. Very, very good to Crocodile right there, and let's go into our next match. It is our second game, looks to be a more balanced team yet again. Massive threat I can definitely see being the Iron Tachyon, so we definitely need Colossus around for that. Definitely can see the Aomoa being such a massive threat towards the team as well as the low kicks. I'm predicting maybe Great Tusk here, so I wouldn't actually mind off leading with Crocodile to see who they will lead with. And they do lead with Aomoa, so this does give us a free turn to Air Power. As it's most likely a Sulfest, given how little damage that took. Can definitely see maybe low kicks. No, they will just go into Ironheart. We'll have to go into Colossus here, as they will switch out back into Aomoa, which is honestly fine because we can just go for Ruination, get up to 50%. They will end up going for the flip turn and go into a very, very deadly mon for the team to against here, being the low kicks. We'll have to switch back into our Crocodile to be able to take the hit. Try to think the best way we can deal with the low kicks, as they will teleport, go straight for the U-turn, does a very, very massive amount of damage, and now they will bring out Yin. We can go into Pebbles here. I think that's a safe play. And they could go for Air Power and Predict, but no, they do opt to just stay in. We can easily just go for the Poison Jab here, as they will just go bring in Great Tusk, which does make a lot of sense. Reveals to be Rocky Helmet. We can just go into Crocodile, get the attack up, which is very good, as they do predict the switch out. And unfortunately, we do get O-Code right there. I definitely want to bring Manny against this mon, and we are the Iron Defense set. So they will bring in a massive threat, being Pexamon, as they will now bring back out Pisces. Now Pisces could just end up going for flip turn again. We could also see Scald. We just go stay in here, go for body press. We do a bit of damage, as they will opt to go for flip turn. As they will just go back into Gin, which does make a lot of sense. We should be able to take a hit, as they will just go back into Pisces, which does make a lot of sense. Honestly, I would not mind just going for Iron Defense yet again, as they will just opt to go for Scald. We do take the hit very nicely. We can now just go straight for the body press, do a lot of damage, as they will opt to go for Scald. They do get a crit, but very luckily they do not get the burn. We can just go for body press yet again, and honestly getting rid of this massive threat will be very, very beneficial, as they will just go back into Pexamon. We can now just go for Heavy Slam, get some nice damage in, as they will opt to go for Hex, does not KO us. At this point, I think it's best to let Manny go down. So we just go for another heavy slam here, as they will opt to go for the Hex. Again, we're in quite a pickle. So we can go into Colossus maybe. I think that's the best bet, and then start to get our layers spikes up. As they will opt to go for the Malignant Chain, and they do get the Toxic the very first turn, and they also get the Confusion. Then they will go for the recover, but we do get rid of our Toxic straight away, which is honestly our Confusion straight away. We can switch out here maybe into Megatron, or maybe into Joey actually, predicting the Great Tusk, as they will just opt to go straight for the Hex, which does make a lot of sense. And we could try Joey and try get some nice damage off, and I think that is what I want to do. So with Telerock here, go for the Shell Smash. Hope they don't get the Toxic again with the Malignant Chain. As unfortunately they do, we can now just opt to go for Air Power. And again, we are in a very bad spot here, as they will opt to go into Braveheart, and unfortunately we do get confused yet again. We get the KO on Braveheart, which is honestly fantastic. We are Telerock, so if they think they can bring in Jin, we can honestly just go for Teleblast, as they will just go into Eager, which does make a lot of sense. As they will opt to go for First Impression, which is very risky for them to do, because we can now just go into Megatron, opt to go for Fire Fang, predicting the Jin, or we can just go for Colossus, go for another Whirlwind. I think honestly Megatron, go for the Fire Fang, as they will just bring out our Mola, as we do opt to go for Fire Fang. We have to get 2 scale shots off to outspeed Jin, which is the issue if it is Curry Scarf, as they will bring in Pecuon, which is honestly fantastic, because we can now just go for the Earthquake, no reason not to, get the KO. As they will now just go into Jin, we will just go into Pebbles to take this hit very comfortably. And then we can bring back out Colossus maybe. And cause very worried about the Great Tusk here, as that's the mon they do decide to bring. There's no reason for them not to Ice Spinner here, as they do decide to Rapid Spin, and Pebbles gets the first KO, which is so awesome. As they will just go into Eager, we have to go for Recover, and unfortunately we do not take the First Impression. And at this point we can just go into Colossus. I think we have to go into Megatron here, go for the Swords Dance, as they will just go straight into Jin. We have to go for Fire Fang here, and unfortunately this is definitely GG. A very close game. Just a bit unfortunate. Maybe I should have kept Manny alive longer. Or I should have honestly set it up with Joey a bit later on. But still very close game either way, and let's go into our third game. And here is our third game here, where honestly this is a pretty good team 2 against for us. Massive threat, definitely the Corviknight. Our Megatron looks fantastic against their team. So definitely want to keep Megatron around. If we can get rid of the Anomalous, we are in a very good spot. As they will lead off with Anomalous, we will just go for a straightforward Ruination here, as they will reveal Superpower. I'm very interested that it's a more physical set. We can just go into Pebbles here. No reason not to. as they will opt to go for Moonblast, so it is a mixed set. We can just opt to go for the Poison Jab here, as they will bring their Garchomp out, which is also a massive threat for us, but it does seem to be more defensive. We will just go into Crocodile here, as they most likely go set up Stealth Rocks. Oh no, they set up Spikes. So we will just go for Air Power here, get some nice damage off, as they will set up another layer of Spikes. We do have Sludge Wave as well, as they will just opt to go into Cover Knight. Again, massive threat for us, but honestly we can just go into Manny. As they will opt to go for the U-turn, does make a lot of sense. They can probably bring back out the Garchomp, which they will opt to do. But we can just bring back in Crocodile. Again, no reason not to, as they will just opt to go for the Earthquake. We will go for our own U-turn now, get the momentum back, go back into Manny, go for the Rapid Spin. And again, Manny actually looks incredible this matchup too, if we can set up some iron defenses, as it also reveals to be a Rocky Helmet. They will bring back in Garchomp here. I could make a risky play here, which I'm definitely considering doing, where I think they go for Spikes. We could also Telefight and go for the Iron Defense, but I really want to keep our Tele intact at the moment, so we just stay in here, go for the Iron Defense, as they will go for a layer of Spikes. We can now just opt to go for the Body Press, barely miss out on the KO, as they will reveal the Dragon Tail. And they will force out Pebbles, which is a bit unfortunate. We can just now go into a Crocodile, as they will opt to go for Dragon Tail yet again, bring back out Pebbles, which is honestly unfortunate. And they predict us to stay in, but we do get the OHKO with Garchomp with our Pebbles, which is honestly fantastic, as they will now bring out that Tyranitar. We can bring out Colossus here, which I'm thinking to do. Try force them to defog, as they will just go for a knockoff on our leftovers. They will set up the Stealth Rocks, but we can now start layering our Spikes up, as they will just go straight into Corviknight, as they will just opt to go for the U-turn back into the Enamelus, which does make a lot of sense. We will just go for the Whirlwind here in case they want to superpower. We do decide to let Colossus go down. We can now just bring out Manny here and honestly just go for the Rapid Spin on the Corviknight, which we will take some Rocky Helmet. Oh, I completely forgot about that. So the only chance we have left is with Megatron, and we need to get or with Joey. Joey does look fantastic into this matchup, but we'll just start off with our Megatron here, go for the Swords Dance, as they will opt to just go straight for the U-turn. They will bring out Excadrill, but we should be able to take a hit, as they reveal Ice Teleblast, which is honestly one of the worst things for us. But now they can't. I'm going to have to bring in Joey here, Telerock, Shell Smash, as they will bring in the Corviknight. Again, very scary. We can just go for the Teleblast now, as it is a nice two-shot, as they will just opt to go for the U-turn into Tyranitar, which does make a lot of sense. We can just go for the Earth Power here, as they will bring the Enamelus, but we can just go for Teleblast, get the KO, which is honestly fantastic. The Excadrill will definitely come back out here. We can go into Crocodile, or maybe let Pebbles go, and then go into Crocodile then, because they can just Earthquake or Iron Head us here. But honestly, I think we need to stay in, go for Teleblast, as they do get the Oko, which is very unfortunate. We can just go into Crocodile now, but unfortunately it is game over. Again, unfortunately, as they will just go into Clogsire. Does take a lot of damage from our air power. And yep, they will just opt to go for recover, but they can just switch out at any time into Corviknight. So yeah, unfortunately this is GG, and we're on 2-1 at the moment, which is very, very unfortunate. And again, yeah, then we can just go into Pebbles, and then unfortunately, here is our next matchup. We get into Rotom yet again. And Corviknight, Skeledirge, they have their own Tinglu as well. And Manny does look very good if we can get rid of the Toxapex. And the Skeledirge. Joey looks really good, Megatron looks really good. So we're going to lead off with Colossus, as they do decide to lead off with Amoonguss. We can just honestly start going for spikes, probably put pressure onto the team. I believe Sleep Cause is still banned, so I don't really know what they could go for here. Could potentially just see Giga Drain, as they will just go for Stone Spar. And they will bring in Corviknight in now. We have to just go into Manny here, as they will reveal Bulk Up, which is very, very scary, but we do have our Iron Defense. So we can just keep Iron Defensing up. And which we will definitely do. And then we will start just going for Body Press, as they will keep bulking up, which again is very, very, very scary, as they will have to go for Roost. So Bulk Up, Roost, Body Press, which we can just tell it and try to find out their last move, which is maybe U-turn, as we do get the crit. Very unfortunate for our opponent right there, and they do just forfeit after that. Again, can't be helped right there. Very unfortunate for the opponent. Very risky when we won this type of games. And let's go straight into our 5th game. And here is our next matchup. A massive threat instantly being the Rillaboom and the Sceptile. And honestly, the whole team is a massive threat, especially for a Mono Ground type team. Going to lead off with Pebbles, predicting the Rillaboom. As the Rillaboom does come out here, we are max defense, so we should be able to take a Grassy Glide. We can get the Poison Jab off, as they will opt to go for U-turn. Reveals to be Life Orb, as they will bring out Galarian Slowking, which is quite interesting. We can just honestly just go into Colossus here. They do not have any form of hazards removal, which is honestly fantastic to know. We can just set up a layer of spikes, as they will bring in Hippowdon, which is very interesting. We can just set up our layer of spikes, as they will reveal Whirlwind, and they do the Megatron, and unfortunately we do get hit with that Fukusite. Honestly, just go for Earthquake here, as they will just go straight for the Stealth Fox. We can just go for Scale Shot. We do hit 5 times, which is honestly fantastic, as they will just opt to go for the Earthquake. We can just go for Scale Shot again. No reason not to. Even if Megatron does go down, we still have a massive threat with Joey. So we are doing 9% per hit. Do we get 5? No, we barely miss out. But we do get the Hippowdon low enough, which is honestly fantastic. We can just bring in Crocodile now. Just opt to go for straight for the U-turn. We still have our Rapid Spin just in case as well, as it will go down, which is very good for us. We can just bring out Pebbles here. Definitely can see the Gyarados coming in, We could also see the Galarian Slowking again. As the Galarian Slowking will come out again, but now we can just Earthquake and then just go straight back into Colossus. As they will just opt to go for Focusite. We can just go straight for the Earthquake, which is honestly very good for us. We can just go for the Earthquake again. As they will just bring out Rillaboom, which does put us in a tough scenario. We have to go for the Recover here. Definitely have to. Or we can just switch into Crocodile, let Crocodile go down, which I think that's the better play. As they will just opt to go for Swords Dance. Very scary. Indeed, very scary. But we can just bring out Manny here. And opt to just go for the Iron Defense. They should not be able to KO us with Grassy Glide, which they do not. We get some nice leftovers recovery, plus the grassy terrain. And then we can just go for Iron Defense yet again. Get to +3 as they will just opt to knock off. Then we can just go for Body Press and get the KO on this massive threat. They could also switch out into Dragon Pulse here. But it does make Joey look very good late game. As they will switch into Galarian Slowking, which is not going to appreciate it so much. Then we can just opt to go for the Heavy Slam. No reason not to. And we get the KO on the Galarian Slowking, which is honestly fantastic. As they will bring in Gyarados, which is quite interesting. Considering they are normally very physical. So we can honestly just Telefight here and go for Body Press. I don't see a reason not to. So we will just go for Body Press, which is a nice 2-shot, as they will just opt to go for Waterfall. We can just go for Body Press yet again and get the KO on this massive threat. And it really tells me that the Dragon Pulse is more likely physical. As the Dragon Pulse will come out now, we can just go for Heavy Slam. If they do go for Draco Meteor, it's a perfect chance for Joey to set up, as they will reveal that they are physical, which is going to be very hard for them to break Manny because of that. But Manny is only at 40%, and another Dragon Dart will kill us here, which is very unfortunate. And yeah, we unfortunately go down, but we can just bring out Pebbles. Opt to just go straight for the Earthquake maybe, or the Haze. I think we have to go for the Haze, as they will just substitute, so we do break the Haze, which we do break the stat boost, which is very good. They will just opt to Dragon Dance yet again, but now they are low enough for an Earthquake to KO from this range. And we should be able to take a +1 Dragon Dart, as they will opt to Phantom Force. This does give us a good chance to actually just go into Colossus here, and opt to just go straight for the Whirlwind. They could go for Substitute here, they can just go straight for the Dragon Dart, or they could switch out. Pebbles looks fantastic late game. As they will opt to go for Dragon Dart, we take that as a champ. They will just go into Rillaboom. We will just Whirlwind again, because I do not want them setting up Swords Dance. And yeah, just keep getting that momentum, as they will just go for Grassy Glide, which is honestly the better play for us. We can now just honestly just go into Pebbles, just go straight for the Poison Jab. If they do go for the Swords Dance, we can always just Haze, as they will opt to go for Knockoff, does a lot of damage. We will barely miss out on the KO. We will just go for the Recover right now, as they're most likely just go for the Grassy Glide, as they will do. And then we can just honestly let the Life Orb take them out. as they will just opt to go for U-turn, but they will die from the spikes, which is fantastic for us, as they will now go into Sceptile. Again, very, very scary, as the grassy terrain is also gone, which is fantastic for us, as they will reveal to be physical. So we do get the poison jab off, and we do get the poison, which is fantastic for us. We can just go for the recover play, as the Stella, can't really pronounce it that well. And then we can honestly let Pebbles take this hit, get the KO, because at this point, Wellaboom goes instantly down. Dragon Pulse can keep just going for the Phantom, as they will just opt to go for Dragon Dart here, which does make a lot of sense. We can now just bring out Joey. If they go for the Phantom Force, that is completely fine, because we can take the Phantom Force pretty well, because our defenses are really, really good. And barely a victory, but we managed to pull it off. Again, very, very close to our opponents. Very unique team, and really like the concept. The spikes really, really came in handy in the end there. And yeah, the final game right here, pretty scary considering it's a Sticky Webs team. And we could make use of the Sticky Webs turns by just going into Colossus, setting up some spikes maybe. Again, Manny looks very good if we can get rid of the Goldango. Also, Joey does look really, really good too. But we could honestly just lead off with Megatron. This is a very tough situation. I think what we're going to do is lead off with Crocodile. As they lead off with Weavile, I was really, really thinking that would be the Wabombi. We can just go into Manny against this Mon, as they will just opt to go for Triple Axel. Unfortunately, they get the quit right there, which is very, very unfortunate for us. But we can now just go for the Heavy Slam, as they will just bring in Great Tusk, reveal to be Booster Energy. And again, Manny is very, very good for this situation against Great Tusk here. Because they can just Ice Spinner, which again is very scary. We could also just go straight into Crocodile here, get the Intimidate off, and hope they don't go for Ice Spinner. As they will just opt to go for the bulk up. We will just Teleflying here and Teleblast. And really need this Mon gone. Teleflying also is just a fantastic matchup for this. For the Great Tusk with the Wabombi, the Iron Moth's not going to take a Teleflying Teleblast so well either. We do have Colossus for the Iron Moth too. We do have Manny for the Weavile, and the Ogerpon later on. So I'm pretty comfortable with this decision, as they most likely think that we might not have anything for the Great Tusk. So we have to see what the opponent do. We will just start the timer. And will we end up as a 3-2 or a 3-3 or 4-2? Hopefully it's a 4-2 situation, as they do just stay in. We get the Teleblast off. Massive threat out the way. Awesome, awesome to see. As they will just go straight into a Bombi. We can just go for Teleblast here, as we will break the sash, as they most likely went for that Sticky Web. We can just go for Teleblast again, get the Oko on the Wabombi too, which is honestly fantastic. And they will bring in Iron Moth. Not too scared, because we do have Colossus to really weaken this Iron Moth down, as they will get up to go for Fiery Dance. They do luckily get the special attack boost. We could see a Tele here. We could see if it's Telegraph, we might just lose on the spot. We could see Telefairy potentially, as they will just go for Energy Ball. That's definitely not enough. We will get rid of that massive threat. We force in Goldango, which is honestly fantastic. Do not know why they went for Thunder Wave. We unfortunately do miss our Ruination right there. Which tells me that they go switch out, yes, which they do. We can now just get at least one layer spikes up. At this point, I don't know what mon we don't really need. We could just switch back into Manny here, but we need Manny around. Gary can definitely sweep late game, but I don't think it can because of the sticky webs. So we just go let Gary go down, bring out Manny here, and see if we can get off the rapid spin. As unfortunately we do not, we have to just go for heavy slam here, so we can break their balloon. At this point, again, it's going to be very, very hard for us to switch into that Weavile. But we still do have our Choice Scarf intact. We will just go into Colossus here. We will just go for Whirlwind, predicting the Weavile. You can definitely see the Weavile coming out. We could also see the Ogerpon. As the Weavile will come out, reveals to be heavy duty boots. Need to remember that, as unfortunately we force out probably the worst one. But we have broke the Sturdy, and I don't believe that they go for the Agricultural, so we can just bring back our Crocodile, and honestly we can just safely go for the U-turn. So we will just bring back in Crocodile here, as they will opt to go straight for the Power Whip, which does make sense. Maybe we actually just Teleblast here. Oh, I forgot it's part rock. As they do unfortunately get the quit there as well. And that's our major offensive mon gone. We might just lost the game because of that. We could bring out Manny here and then switch out into Colossus, predicting the... actually, I don't think we should make that play. I think we just go into Pebbles instead, as they will just go into Goldango, which does make a lot of sense. And we can just go for the Earthquake here and try to figure a way where we can try to come back from this position. We have to maybe just go into Megatron, go for Scale Shot. Yeah, so we will just opt to go for Scale Shot right now. As they will just stay in, maybe predicting the Scale Shot. As no, they will just go for the Hex. We can just go for Scale Shot again, as they will Tele Fairy, which is very unfortunate. We can get the Earthquake off, which is not going to be enough, as they will let the Hex go through. We have to bring out Colossus here. We can set up another layer of spikes. But unfortunately, I think it's GG just because of that Weavile, unless they miss a triple axle. It's unfortunate that we missed the Ruination there too. In fact, I want to just go straight for the Earthquake. No reason not to, in case they do just bring out Weavile, as they will just go straight for the Recover. And we can also just set up a layer of spikes now. Basically, I think we would be fine if Manny wasn't so low. And if we manage to get rid of the IM off, as they will bring out Weavile again, very, very scary. We have to let Pebbles go down here. Bring back out Manny. We can just opt to go for the Iron Defense. But unfortunately, this does look to be GG. So we will end off as a 3-3. Again, a massive threat Weavile. I should have stayed in with Manny with the Goldango. I should have kept Manny healthy, and I think honestly I should have tethered Pebbles. as unfortunately for them, they do miss the triple axle. So we are still in the game. And because now we can just go for body press, as they do miss another triple axle, which is unfortunate. We get the KO on the Weavile. Iron Moth will come out, but we can bring in Colossus. We've got to keep Manny around for the Garchomp, as they will opt to just go straight for the Fiery Dance. We can just go straight for the EQ, no reason not to. We get the KO on the Iron Moth. It will just come down to Manny versus... No, Goldango's a bit too low, right? No, it's not. So it will come down to Manny versus Goldango, most likely. As they will just go into Garchomp. They unfortunately missed their Power Whip. Very unfortunate. Very, very lucky for us. As they do end up forfeiting. After leaving a lovely late message. But again, at the end of the day, it's Pokemon. You gotta miss some moves. I've been in that position before. Very, very risky to... Again, always very risky not to run 100% moves because of this reason. I mean, I missed my Ruination at the beginning of the match there too. Again, very, very unfortunate for the opponent. We do end up as a 4-2, and I'll see you on the MVP screen. Welcome back to the MVP screen, and today, Air Strikers have broken a record for most MVPs for a team. 4 MVPs, each with 4 KOs, which is honestly just surprising. And to let you guys know, Pebbles and Joey are 3 KOs. So literally, it's anyone's MVP game right now. So yeah, we have on the MVP screen Colossus, we have Manny, we have Megatron, and we have Crocodile. All MVPs so far. Did not expect 4 MVPs with 4 KOs each. Again, really played well today. Nice 4-2 ratio. Again, got very, very lucky in the last game. And thinking back on it, when they brought out the... If they led with... I should have led with Manny to begin with. Besides Crocodile in that matchup. The reason why is because if they try to set up Sticky Wedge, we can go for Rapid Spin. Then we become faster. We can hopefully get the KO from that range with a Heavy Slam. And again, if they lead off with Weavile, we can pressure that out with a Body Press. So that was a big mistake on my part. Of course, we got lucky in the end with all the misses. Again, very unfortunate for our opponents. Again, it happens though, it's Pokemon. What happens when you don't run 100% moves? Again, with our Trick of Miss team, I forgot how many times we missed Will-Wisp. Again, Pokemon with its nature. But overall, I had a really good day. Megatron managed to get a sweep, which was really cool to see. Love to see that Manny's working out as well. Thinking about turning Heavy Slam into Earthquake for Manny. The reason for this is so, again, for Goldango, for rapid spin blockers, especially Goldango, we can just Earthquake it twice and try threaten it out. So that's the idea. But yeah, so 3 of these members will be shiny tomorrow. We can't turn Tinglu shiny. I don't, and yet we're going to put MVPs on 4 of our members. But again, it's still anyone's game. I mean, two of the members, again, are only 1 KO behind. So this team is being really balanced with its KOs so far. But yeah, really happy with today. Definitely need to make a little change. I think Megatron will be Terra Steel with Iron Head instead of Terra Fire and Fire Fang to really help deal with Eternatus. I think that's one of the main reasons why we lost the Sand matchup. Was because there was no way for Megatron to break through. Potentially. Also, the double speed really came in clutch for up near the end there. But yeah, overall, fantastic team. Can't wait for day 2, and I'll see you tomorrow. And if you like Pokemon content in general, please just consider subscribing, and most importantly, enjoy the rest of your day.